What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We just got over here to the shop about 4 hours ago. Just now doing the intro. Andy's over here. Brandon's over here. He brought me some parts and pieces. Brandon's pitching in, helping some too today. Keith is over here as well. There's Keith. What's up, Keith? So we have been working on the car. Tonight's goal was to finish the drive shaft loop, and I come up with a way. I was looking on Summit or Jags, I don't remember which one it was, and I found a loop. And I said, "Ooh, I can make something similar and actually help support the car as well being as a loop." So also weld on the mid plate tabs, and then hopefully we can get it ready to start. It's close, man. It's close. Comment, like, and subscribe. Go to turbojohnracing.com. Grab some merchandise. Sorry, guys. These 5-hour nights for the last few weeks is kicking my butt. So I'm a little tighter than normal. Brandon's driving like freaking 125
miles a day
each way. So I appreciate him coming and helping. Randy come down. He brought some hose so that I can weld this number 16 stuff. That's some big stuff. So we're going to weld that on this thing here. I got a bungs. I'm going to take the valve covers off and weld those bungs on. They'll be here tomorrow. So let me show you what we got going on. Like I said last night, we made a lot of progress last night. It is really close to being ready to crank, but it's not quite there. All right, guys. So we got this thing welded on. That is a 1-inch bar, and it's got the loop. We did have to widen it out just a little bit on the top to get us good clearance. TIG welded the loop to the bar and the bar to those brackets, but then I MIG welded it over here. Let's see, it got a little bit burnt, but we got burned in pretty good. Not the best welds ever, but it's gonna get some paint. As Brandon says, the grinder and paint makes you the welder you ain't, and I'm not. But we now have a drive shaft loop that is installed, and I think we're gonna be good there. We got one basically in the back in this cross member. Under here, we're gonna get the transmission lines back up. Man, we should put the transmission lines on the other side of that. We'll just zippy time up, and it is what it is at this point. But so we're making progress. Let's keep going. All right, guys. So we're in luck. We're making some progress here. The mid plate is attached on both sides. That was kind of a pain in the butt. I couldn't talk Brian into laying down there on the ground and welding it up for me. He said he refuses to get showered with sparks.
Man, my skin don't heal like it used to.
I understand. I'm all jacked up, son. I got burns all over my arms, and it's just like there's nothing you can do. I mean, it's just when you're welding above your head, laying on your back, the little blanket keeps catching on fire. I mean, your shirt, and then you get one that rolls into a fat roll. You get one of those little globs of molten metal, and it just gets into your fat roll, and then you hear it sizzling from the sweat. So we got that done anyway. So
I'm saying I come out here tomorrow, I'm gonna put that glass in.
Okay, yeah, we can do that tonight if you want to. The urethane's over there on the heater. I forgot where it was. So we're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer. This is a torque strap, I think it's called. Basically, you have to, when you put a motor plate on it and a mid plate on it, or just a motor plate, you have to have something. This thing is rigid from side to side, but not this way. So this strap keeps it from going backwards or forwards. And so I used to have a little small one on the other one, just hook it down to the motor mount. So this one is going to go down to the motor mount and then come up to the frame chassis here. And so I did TIG weld that on. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it's not the best, but I told you guys I can TIG some, but I mean, it's still not pretty, but it will hold on. I'm gonna MIG weld that to the frame. All right, we're making progress. All right, so that is some progress. We just welded that thing up here. It barely clears, which that's exactly what we want. So we just run the slack out of that. It goes down to the engine mount. And so we are good. So now that limiting strap keeps it from going backwards and forwards. We got the mid plate bolts on, dry shaft's in. Headers are done, fuel system is done. The only thing we have left to do to start it, we need to drain the water off of the oil, and then we got to put transmission fluid in it. And it is ready to fire up, or it's ready to turn over anyway. I don't know if it's going to fire or not. It should.
Technically, it should.
It should fire. I mean, it should fire right up. Y'all want to try it tonight, or y'all want to wait till later?
I'm trying tonight, man. Sure thing. I'm right here.
Brandon's like, let's try now. Let's try now. I've been kind of stressing. I'm like, okay, they're like, I mean, honestly, it's only 10:30.
My thing is, it's probably better to find out earlier than later.
Well, and that's the reason
Right,
and that's what I wanted to finish all the other stuff in case we do have an issue with it firing.
It's going to take you at least a day to clean all the shit out of it.
No, I know. It looks like everything exploded, don't it? I mean, yeah, the wiring will probably shape up pretty good when we get done with that. We did get the throttle cable done last night, Brian, but we're going to have to move the gas pedal out. I can get it about 3/4 throttle is about all I got with my leg fully extended. I think I showed y'all that in the last video. That worked out pretty good. Yeah. So I mean, we got to weld the steering wheel on. We got to put the parachute on it. I got my cutoff switch cable that's going to come back here. We still got a lot to do. We got to put the water on it, hatch. Doors are done. Brian said he's going to put the glass in it tomorrow. So, I mean, we're making progress. Let's see if it'll crank. We'll see if it'll crank. All right, guys. So, we're about to get fire in the hole. We just put some transmission fluid in it. I just put the battery in it. Remarkably, did not have any water in the oil. We drained about 1 quart of oil. So, I think we're good there. So, we're going to try to start this thing. It ought to fire up if I did my job wiring. So, we're going to try to crank this thing up real fast to see if it fires. First thing I'm going to do is, since it has not been run in a while, we're going to just leave the ignition off and we're going to just turn it over to get some oil pressure. And then as soon as we get some oil pressure, this thing ought to fire up. Let's see what we got. We might have some more fuel pressure too. The tune maybe got way up. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it over. So I need you to monitor this fitting right here when we get fuel pressure. I should start squirting some fuel. Some fuel. Turn the ignition off.
So what am I looking at here?
That fitting that goes into the
This
rail.
one?
Yep, it's loose.
Okay. I'll let you know when fuel comes up.
Yep. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Nothing?
It's dry. You think?
This cap is venting.
Drop.
We're still trying to work it up through the gear and pump.
There it goes.
You get some?
Yep.
At the fuel level. So now we should have oil pressure. It's just like an oil change. I'm gonna turn it over another 4 or 5 seconds.
Okay. You got it tight now?
Yeah.
So no fuel this time.
Put that down somewhere. Not close to all of the roads.
I think I got everything out from the front that can go flying anywhere.
Okay.
We're gonna need to correct the throttle or
No, I'm just seeing it. I got the ignition on. It should not fire up because it's just cold nature. You don't want to see that oil pressure. Just got oil pressure. Hey, Brian, where your brake thing? Get that brake thing right there. Okay.
non-flammable.
We're fixing to find out if we got fire or not.
Is that non?
No.
No, I was just kidding.
We got oil pressure.
I don't know where I should stand.
Brian, you know where the fire extinguisher is? Okay. That's what we won't need it.
I feel like I should run away.
This thing's not been cranked in.
Since
It's been a
December.
month. Well, I cranked it before.
Oh, you've cranked
Did I drive it in here? Alright. Yeah, so you might have to grab the throttle. Just very gently, just crack it open just a little bit. And when it cranks up, just, you know.
Let go.
right.
All right, fresh air. Ugh.
Yeah, it's a little rich.
I was getting
It has a lot more fuel pressure now than what it had.
I'd say.
It is reading like 3.2 air fuel ratio.
It wasn't bad until I got warmed up. Then it was starting to stink.
Can y'all breathe?
A little. Hey, see that pipe's hot.
All right. It's dripping water from somewhere. It's condensation.
It's coming out of the wastegate, probably, right?
It looks like it may be coming out of the pipe here. Maybe one of
I'd
those.
say there and there, because that's where it's over.
One of those non-porous or porous wells I got. But that's what this thing, you know, that's the reason I put it out the side, is because all that condensation would, get in the pipe.
Got a bit of heat on it.
Oh yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
it runs. We did it. Well, we still got a lot to do.
I'm sleepy.
Me too. I told Kelly I'd be home. Yeah, I'm late.
Well, I heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn this shit off. All right.
Later.
I'm done.
Thanks, sir. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
All right, we're making progress. We're making progress. Fire in the freaking hole. Bada boom. Comment, like, and subscribe. Darlington, we're coming to see you. The thaw out Saturday. Come see us. Later.